founder of our order, the Blessed Mother Seton, was married and had 5 children before embarking on her vows.
I often wonder how she could have managed so much in one life.
Life, perhaps, is longer than you think, and the dictates of the soul more numerous. I was married.
You were?
You can at least hide your astonishment.
I didn't know.
When one takes on the habit, one must close the door on secular things. My husband died in the war against Adolf Hitler.
Really? Excuse me, sister.
But I'm like you. I wouldn't feel competent lecturing tittering girls on the subject of womanhood. I don't come to this garden often. What is it, 40 feet across? The convent here, the rectory there. We might as well be separated by the Atlantic Ocean. I used to potter around here, but Monsignor Benedict does his reverie at quixotic times, and we're rightly discouraged from crossing paths with priests unattended. He is 79, but nevertheless.
Monsignor is very good, isn't he?
Yes, but he's oblivious.
To what?
I don't believe he knows who's president of the United States. I mean him no disrespect, of course, it's just he's otherworldly in the extreme.
Is it that he's innocent, Sister Aloysius?
You have a slyness about you, Sister James. Be careful of it. How is your class? How is Donald Mueller?
He's 13th in class.
I know. That's sufficient. Is he being accepted?
He has no friends.
Oh, well, that would be a lot to expect after only 2 months. Has anyone hit him?
No.
Someone will. And when it happens, send them right down to me.
I'm not so sure that anyone will.
There is a statue of St. Patrick on one side of the church altar, and a statue of St. Anthony on the other. This parish serves Irish and Italian families. Someone will hit Donald Mueller.
Oh, he has a protector.
Who?
Father Flynn.
What?
He's taken an interest on him since Donald went on the altar boys. I thought I should tell you.
I told you to come to me. I just hoped you never would.
Maybe I shouldn't have.
I knew once you did, something would be set in motion. So, it's happened.
What? I'm not saying that. I'm not even certain what you mean.
Yes, you are.
I've become more cold in my thinking, as you suggested. But it feels as if I've lost my way a little. Sister Aloysius, I had the most terrible dream last night. I want to be guided by you and responsible to the children. But I want my peace of mind. I must tell you, I have been longing for the return of my peace of mind.
You may not have it. It is not your place to be complacent. That is for the children. That is what we give them.
I think I'm beginning to understand you a little. But it's so unsettling to look at things and people with suspicion. It makes me feel as if I'm less close to God.
When you take a step to address wrongdoing, you are taking a step away from God. But in His service, dealing with such matters is hard and thankless work.
I've become more reserved in class. I feel separated from the children.
That's as it should
But it
be.
feels wrong. And as for this other matter, I don't have any evidence, and I'm not so sure that anything is happening.
We can't wait
But
for
what
that.
What if it's nothing?
Then it's nothing. I don't mind being wrong, but I doubt I am.
Then what's to be done?
I don't know.
You'll know what to do.
I don't know what to do. There are parameters which protect him and hinder me.
Well, he can't be safe if it's established. I doubt he could recover from the shame.
What have you seen?
I don't know.
What have you seen?
He took Donald up to the rectory.
What for?
A talk.
Alone?
Yes.
When?
A week ago.
Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't know that anything could... I couldn't imagine that anything could possibly be wrong.
With all the children. Donald Mueller. I suppose it makes sense.
How does it make sense?
He's isolated. The little sheep lagging behind is the one the wolf goes for.
But I don't know that anything's
Our
wrong.
first Negro student. I thought there'd be fighting, a parent or two to deal with. I should have foreseen this possibility.
How can you imagine it?
It's my job. To outshine the fox in cleverness, that's my job.
But what if it's nothing?
Then why do you look like you've seen the devil?
It's just the way the boy acted when he came back from class.
He said something.
No, it was his expression. He looked frightened. And he put his head on the desk in the most peculiar way. And one other thing. I think there was alcohol in his breath. There was alcohol in his breath.
8 years ago, in St. Boniface, we had a priest who had to be stopped. But I had Monsignor Scully then, whom I could rely on. Here, there's no man I can go to here, and men run everything. We're going to have to stop him ourselves.
Can't you just report your suspicion
To Monsignor Benedict? The man is guileless. He would just ask Father Flynn.
Would that be such a bad idea?
And he would believe whatever Father Flynn told him. He would think the matter settled.
Maybe that is all that needs to be done, if it's true. If I had done something wrong, I would be so repentant.
Sister James, my dear, you must try to imagine a very different person than yourself. A man who would do this has already denied a great deal. Once I tell the Monsignor and he's satisfied with Father Flynn's rebuttal, it's out of my hands. I'm helpless.
Then go to the bishop.
The hierarchy of the church does not permit my going to the bishop. No, I'll have to come up with a pretext. Get Father Flynn into my office and try to force it. You'll have to be there.
Me? Oh no, sister, why? I couldn't.
I can't be closeted alone with a priest. Another sister must be in attendance, and it has to be you. The circle of confidence can't be made any wider. Think of the boy if this got out.
I can't do it.
Why not? You're squeamish.
I'm not equipped. Be embarrassed. I couldn't possibly be present if the topic were spoken of.
Please, sister, do not indulge yourself in adolescent scruples. I assure you I prefer a more seasoned confederate, but you are the one who came to me.
You told me to.
And would you rather leave the boy to be exploited? I don't think this will be the only story. If you close your eyes now, you will be a party to all that comes after.
You're supposed to tell the Monsignor.
That you saw a look in a boy's eye? That perhaps you smelled something on his breath? Monsignor Benedict thinks the sun rises and sets on Father Flynn. You'd be branded a hysteric and transferred.
We can just ask him.
Who?
The boy, Donald Mueller.
He'll deny it.
Why?
Shame.
Can't know that.
And if he does point the finger, how do you think that will be received by this community? A black child? I'm going to think this through. I'm going to invite Father Flynn into my office on an unrelated matter. You will be there.
What good can I do?
Aside from the unacceptability of a nun and a priest being alone, I need a witness.
To what?
He may tell the truth and then lie afterwards.
The boys are coming back from the rectory. They look happy enough.
They look smug, like they have a secret.
There he is.
Sister James, my dear, if I could, I would choose to live in innocence. But innocence can only be wisdom in a world without evil. Situations arise, and we are confronted with wrongdoing and the need to act.
I have to take the boys up to class.
Go on. I will be talking to you.